Well, welcome back to another video. Currently, I've got about 4 or 5 barbel in front of me, or one in front of me here under my feet. I've got 2 or 3 in the middle. Chub wise, there's at least 2 or 3 in the middle there, one in the margin on the left hand side, big size as well. And this barbel in front of me here, you can only just about see it. It's not phasing me sitting here on the ledge here. And it's just amazing to see. It's so good to find some barbel finally after so long. You know, this is a stretch of water that I've come to a couple of times over the winter, but not managed to park up or anything. So to get in the springtime in the close season and finally spot them, it's just brilliant. This is the second day coming here, and yeah, the first time I come here, I got a brilliant little footage of barbel coming up on the surface. Just absolutely amazing. And yeah, there's some massive chub in here, fat chub. I'm guessing the size of these barbel are probably about 7 to 10 pounds. And the biggest chub here is probably about the same size as the smallest barbel, you know, not far off. See, I'm guessing chub literally probably up to 7 pounds in here at least. So I'm gonna just chuck some bait in and then get some more footage. But it's just, there's so many. And in front of me here is quite a deep hole. You've got some nice cover in front of me here with the reed beds. And you've got this fallen tree on the left hand side, I'm not sure you can see. And it kind of channels in and creates this nice deep hole. Obviously the fish just sitting there taking cover. Talking about cover, there's just cover all over. You know, the canopy of the trees is providing really good cover, and yeah, it just looks really healthy for the fish to be in. Nice gravel bed, nice cover in the vegetation in the water. So yeah, it's just absolutely brilliant. So I'm gonna chuck some bait in really and get the fish moving. So yeah, let's see how we get on. So after about 10 minutes of being there, I spotted this chub. You can see it right in the middle of the screen now, work its way up to the reed beds. But I've been chucking some bread in on the surface and it just wasn't interested at all. And these fish ain't as stupid as you think. You know, you can see them on the bank with a white t-shirt on, chucking bread in. You know, it's not interested in the slightest. And it's another learning point when approaching rivers, just be a bit wary. You know, you can easily spook fish, especially chub. You can so easily spooked, and that would just ruin your chance of catching. Then right at the last minute, I got this. On the right hand side there's a nice big deep hole. I'm guessing there's more chub sitting in there, but yeah, that's where it backed off to. Nice size chub. And then just past that deep hole, I spotted these 2 chub. And it wasn't the same as that first one I saw. It's a larger one and a smaller one. I'm guessing it's a female and male. One in the front, as you can just about see, is a lot bigger. Big chub. And again, I started feeding some bread on the surface, but just wasn't interested in the slightest. You see, they're just backing off there. That one in the front is massive, honestly. Absolutely massive. And then they just back off into murkier waters. So yeah, this is without my polarised glasses on the camera, and that's with, so massive help there. But this is about 50 yards upstream from that last little spot, and I spotted this chub, and then all of a sudden 2 or 3 more popped out, and over the next 4 minutes they're just weaving in and about, and there's a big boulder up on the left, and he loves swimming up to there, sitting in there for a bit, coming out, just weaving in and out of the river, taking cover on the other side where the overhanging trees are in the margins. And as you can see there, just literally just floating about, coming up and downstream. This is on the way downstream. On the way back upstream, after I see some barbel, I've got some great footage of these chub here. As you can see, that one there, it's just kind of upstream up to the big bowl on the left. I don't know if I got it in the video here. You can see the way it creates them ripples and a break in the water. But yeah, they're just up and down, taking cover. It's really good to see. I just left him for a bit and just kept watching him. After a couple of minutes I did feed some pellets in. They were feeding a little bit, but again with the bread they just didn't fancy it at all, and they end up backing off, and then a couple of them stayed upstream. But yeah, just look at it. You can see the one at the back there taking cover under the trees. There's another 2.5 minutes of the chub just taking cover in the overhanging trees and just weaving in and about the river, so feel free to carry on watching. If not, you can skip ahead. Right at the start of the stretch there was this separate bit of water that completely separated itself from the river. But what caught my eye was all this fry that come through. There are literally thousands of them coming through here. But right at the start, I'd come through and I spotted a big chub coming through here. And on the right hand side there's a overhanging branch, fallen tree, and unfortunately I spooked it. And it went under there, disappeared. But all this fry was just coming through, and just this water's so clear. They were just roving up and down this big slack area. It's a great sign to see. Now the important part, all these barbel. Now as you can see right in the middle of the screen there, you can see one there. And there is another one just on the left hand side, top left of the screen. I do apologise for any background noise from my sunglasses hitting the phone. But you wait till you see this barbel. Just couldn't believe I got that on film. I watched this a fair few times now. I'm not sure what it was after, maybe a fly. But I've slid it right down for you guys to see. It's absolutely brilliant. keep an eye on the top left hand side of the screen. That was right place, right time. I was literally there 2 minutes. Now I'm doing my best here to get my sunglasses over the camera, but you can see in the middle there, nice barbel, decent size too. There's one in the middle there, quite clearly seen. On the right hand side of it, there's another one. And then I believe there's two. Yeah, there's two just near the top left of the screen. You can just see, that's it, I'm pointing out now. Yeah, 4 altogether. But I did end up counting about 6 barbel. I'd end up dropping right back, right below me. They weren't phased at all while I was there. I ended up sitting down and just feeding them towards the end there. There was one larger one, I believe it's at the right hand side, but you can see there's 3 of them. And on the left hand side, there was a big hole where all the barbel were bunched up together sitting. And they're freely moving about now, but you'll probably see in a few moments that they sit right next to each other and try not to use any energy. Yeah, I think it's about here. They all sit and bunch up together. There's 3 of them there, but I think I counted about 4 or 5 later on. But they get really comfortable with their surroundings and they know where their safe spots are. As you can see, they're just bunched together, not trying to use any energy up. Yeah, this sit here. Counted 5 here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All punched up like only about 3 foot of water there. Like I said, they were not phased at all, me standing up, looking down. Look at that. Absolutely wonderful. So I started to feed some pellets in the river just to see how they react, and the chub come out the woodworks then. There's a barbel. Big chub. Absolutely massive. You can see the barbel just bullied the chub out of the way. I was feeding. Oh, there they are, there they are. It's the best I can do. So many of them. That's a big chub, man. Really big chub. That's better. That's a good one. Two at the top of the screen there. Some big chub there, fat. One at the bottom of the screen. Massive chub. On my way back upstream, I was back in the same spot. This time there was about 4 or 5 chub. It looks like they're starting to spawn. They're a bit all over the place, but you can see which ones are the large chub. I'm guessing they're females, and then small ones are males. But like I said, they're all over the place, weaving in and out of the river. Honestly, this river is the healthiest river I've seen in a long time. Ticks all the boxes. Good cover from predation. Looks like good spawning grounds. They're obviously getting a lot of food source from upstream. Yeah, it just looks really healthy for them. Right here on the left, there's that big boulder like I mentioned earlier. The chub love coming right up to it, sitting underneath it and kind of circling it, and then just dropping it back. Great cover for them chub. Honestly, I could sit here all day and watch them. I think I was out for about 3 hours watching all these. But if you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button, comment and subscribe, and look forward to the next one.